Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we have a review of the latest release from Givenchy, which is their new Irresistible Givenchy Eau de Toilette Fresh. And I'm going to be letting you know what this smells like, my first impressions, and how it compares to the original and the Eau de Toilette that was released last year as well. If you are new here, then hello, welcome. We're all about perfumes. I have hundreds and hundreds of other videos just like this on all the new releases, lots of other Givenchy fragrances, so do check them all out. And if you are a regular, do check to see if you're subscribed, turn on notifications. You can support me by signing up to my newsletter in the link down below. And down below I'll also leave the link to my website where I review lots of different perfumes. I have an article going through the difference between these three in the Irresistible Givenchy range. And I'll also leave the link down there to where you can buy this new one as well as the other two in UK, Europe, North America, Australia as the new one becomes available. Cool, so if you're a regular here, you might know that the original Irresistible Givenchy Eau de Parfum has actually become one of my favourite perfumes, sort of top three really. I wear it all the time. It's a beautiful sparkling rose, and then it has lots of fresh pear. For me it's refreshing, floral, it's pretty, and the rose is like super modern, super sparkling. I think the roses that they use in Givenchy fragrances are like nobody else's rose. I find them really special and sparkling and super modern, and not at all like an old-fashioned rose, not musky at all. So I love it, and it's an eau de parfum, and I find it does have, you know, fairly good projection and lasting power. It's not amazing. I would love them to release an intense version. Hint, hint, anyone from Givenchy that's watching. But yes, I am a big fan, so I'm always super excited for a new one in the range. So last year they released an Eau de Toilette version, which was much lighter and was really all about the rose. It was a very delicate rose Eau de Toilette. Pretty sort of English rose, slightly green, feminine, but really quite light. And I definitely prefer the Eau de Toilette because I love pear. I find it so refreshing and a bit fruity, and it's an Eau de Parfum, so it lasts better. So I was kind of surprised actually when I saw that this new one is also an Eau de Toilette, and it's an Eau de Toilette Fresh, which usually means it's really light. So I was kind of surprised, you know, sort of thinking, why are they doing that? I personally would not have called this fresh now that I've smelt it. For me, I would have called this like Irresistible Givenchy Floral, because you definitely have the rose signature DNA of the original. I really smell the original in this. But on top of that, it has an iris note. And there's also an orange in here, but it feels almost like a bitter orange. So I get 50% original Irresistible Givenchy rose, and then 50% iris with a bit of a like an orange rind. Now iris is obviously really floral. I wouldn't ever describe iris as fresh. It's got a fair amount of pink pepper in as well. So what I found with this is as I sprayed it, it didn't feel like an Eau de Toilette because I was getting all these iris notes and the rose. There was a lot going on. It didn't feel like a light, fresh smell like I was expecting. But what I have found is, you know, as time went by, it did fade fairly quickly because it's not that concentrated being an Eau de Toilette. So longevity wise, it definitely performs like an Eau de Toilette, but the fragrance is like an Eau de Parfum to me. I guess if you like iris and rose, then you definitely like this. I think if you don't like the pear in the original, the fruitiness, it might be worth trying this. Or if you're looking for a very simple everyday scent, but you want it to have a bit of body, a bit of floraliness in it. The last year's Eau de Toilette was sort of just a light rose. This one has a little bit more going on. So if you found that one too light, it could be worth trying this out. And my personal favorite definitely remains the original, this lovely pear and rose. So is this Soki approved? I'm not sure, like it's not bad. And iris seems to be being used a lot recently. So I feel like we're going through a bit of an iris phase. It definitely smells fine. The lasting power is, you know, definitely a light Eau de Toilette. So I'm kind of on the fence on this one. You guys, you'll have to try it and let me know. They all look very similar. They just have slightly different coloured caps and slightly different coloured liquid, but they all look so similar. So it'd be really easy to pick up the wrong one. And you have to read the label underneath to know which one's which. It doesn't say on the front. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do you like the original like me? Have you tried this new one or last year's Eau de Toilette? Let me know what you think. What's your verdict on the three? Which is best? Let me know in the comments down below. But that is it, guys. So thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.